Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. As you can tell from the title of this video, it's going to be another medicine-y related one, looking at the myths and stereotypes that you might have come across about medical school and medical students. Before I start, I'd like to say a quick thank you to everyone that watched and commented on my last video. I definitely didn't expect to see that much support, so it's really great to see that. This video was a suggestion from someone that I know, so if you have any ideas of anything you'd like to see me do, or have any ideas at all for any videos, please do comment down below. So I asked a few of my friends, a few medic friends, a few non-medic friends, any myths or stereotypes that they might have come across, and just put them all on this random choice generator on the internet. Just pick one up at random. I'm just going to randomly select them and see what comes up, because then I can try and give honest feedback and it will just be a little bit more realistic. Honesty is the best policy. So the first one, everyone is super competitive. That had to be the first one, didn't it? I would say that everyone has different degrees of competitiveness, but you definitely, I'm not going to lie about this, you do have people that are really competitive. And you can definitely tell when you're talking to them. I mean, it's a good thing being competitive, but not everyone. If you find that people are too competitive to be around, or like you're not liking that kind of vibe that they're giving off, you don't have to stay with them. No, you don't have to be friends with them. I mean, some people thrive off of a competitive environment and having really competitive friends, and that really helps them. So that works for some people. But me personally, I think that I'm the kind of person that likes it a little bit more laid back. That's just me personally. On to the next one. Let's go. Book smart, not street smart. That's quite harsh. Yeah, one of my friends wrote that. I think this is something that you can see with a lot of academic people anyway, not just medics, but some people that are academically very able. They aren't able to cope or adjust very well to lots of different situations, and they may be deemed as not street smart. You do have that. You have people at either end of the spectrum, and especially in medicine as well. You've got people all over, and I'm not going to say that medics are all book smart and not street smart, because they're like street smart. I don't know about that one. Everyone wants to be a surgeon. Oh, no, I don't want to be a surgeon. You do have people that go into medical school and have an idea of what they want to do and they want to be a surgeon. That is fine. Like, you've got people that don't know what they want to do, and I'm definitely one of those. I mean, I definitely know that I don't want to do surgery. I don't think I can hack it. And hats off to those people that want to go and become surgeons and say that straight out and are committed to that and continuously work towards that, because like at the end of the day, we need surgeons. So I would like my surgeon, if I ever needed one, to have wanted to be a surgeon. Medical students will always be able to answer your health related questions. The amount of times that I've had people ask me their health related questions is too many times. I think it's very common. I think a lot of people think that you're going to automatically know the answer. I think every medical student, whenever they get a question, they try and think, because it's a little bit of revision anyway, so you try and think, and I don't think that's a bad thing, but we definitely don't know everything, so I think it's quite hard when we get those questions. Okay, the next one, everyone's watched Grey's Anatomy. I don't know what it is, but everyone's watched Grey's Anatomy. I don't know why. I think I'm the only one that actually hasn't. All of my friends have watched it. And I even watched it. I mean, they've watched it and rewatched it. They know what happens on each episode. And for me, it's a little bit crazy. I'm not one to watch series. I think I just get bored of that. I don't know. I feel really bad. I'm not judging it. It's probably a really good series to watch. I don't know whether it's just because it's like loads of doctors and doctor stuff. I mean, everyone seems to really enjoy watching 24 Hours in A&E as well. I'd rather watch cartoons, to be honest, but that's just me. Does everyone know what they want to do? No, I don't know what I want to do. I would say the majority of my friend group doesn't know what they want to do, and it is perfectly okay if you don't know what to do. You've got so many years to go through medical school, and I think, as I said in my last video, you've got so much time and things can happen during that time, so your priorities will change as well. So you might decide that you want to go and do something completely different. So it's perfectly okay to not know what you want to do. I think that's fine. I think that's normal. But a lot of people will know what they want to do, and that's fine as well. Each to their own. Is the work hard, play hard stereotype true? Yes. Oh, I don't know if I should say that as well. When I read this, one of my friends comes to mind, and she knows that I'm talking about her at this point. Incredibly gifted in terms of academically gifted, and definitely knows how to have fun. So I can say that stereotype is true. Not for everyone. A lot of people like a lot more things that are relaxed and laid back. That's perfectly fine as well. But you can definitely picture people with that stereotype. It's yeah. That one, we already had that one. The best doctors have the best grades. Now, this is my personal opinion, and I'm not trying to say that I'm right. I don't think that academic success is a marker of how good of a doctor you're going to be. I think that a lot more things come into that. At the end of the day, the best doctors, like a good doctor, that's such a... What's the word I'm thinking of? Each person's going to have their own unique take on what makes a good doctor or the best doctors. In my opinion, I think a lot of contextual information goes into that as well. It's how well they communicate with people, how quickly they can pick up on certain things, that you feel like you're actually having a connection, that patient-doctor interaction is really good, and whether they were able to maintain that as well. You don't get lions. Should I be honest about this one? Yeah. Okay, I personally would deem myself as an average medical student. And obviously I can only talk for your preclinical years. I haven't gone into my clinical years, and I know that's a lot more structured, and you do have to be in the hospital a lot more regularly for certain times, so that's obviously different. But in terms of preclinical years and going to lectures and all that kind of thing, I had a lot of lie-ins, especially my first and second year. I think I was really lucky because in St Andrews all of our lectures are recorded, which means that you don't technically have to attend. And in my first and second year, I definitely pushed the amount of times I had lie-ins into becoming more regular than probably should have been done. But I think that I was lucky with that. I could adjust my schedule, my time to suit around what worked for me. For my third year, I chose to be a little bit more structured and actually started to have a bit more of a routine and tried to wake up. I think that was just a personal thing that I wanted to do for myself anyway, so I didn't actually have that many lie-ins. But definitely my first and second year, I think I pushed the boundary for that one a little bit too much. With this one, I think it's more dependent on you as a person. If you're able to keep up with your work and have lie-ins, and it doesn't result in you getting called in or whatever, or any kind of problems for yourself, it may just work for you. But if you do start to notice that you can't keep on top of work, or it becomes too stressful, I would actually recommend putting in a routine in place and don't have as many lie-ins. It's dependent on you, it's dependent on your medical school, it's dependent on what options you have. You have to do biology at A-level to get in. No, you don't. I didn't know this, but a lot of people in my year had actually not done biology at A-level. I don't know why, I just assumed that you had to do biology, but you really don't. And it makes sense because biology A-level was a lot of plant-based stuff, and you're not actually going to really need that when you join medical school. I mean, it's good knowledge, I guess, but not really going to help you that much. So double check entry requirements. Imposter syndrome is a thing. Yeah, it is. The amount of times that I felt that I'm not smart enough to be there, because quite frankly, there's a lot of smart people at my uni that are in my course, and I think that's the same for medical schools around the country. You've got a lot of smart people, and especially with grades, I think, like I mentioned in my last video, with being used to having really, really good grades and then suddenly not getting something. It's very similar kind of feeling here, where you're used to getting really good grades and then suddenly you're kind of average. This doesn't happen for everyone. Some people obviously do get out the top, and that's cool, that's fine. But I would say the vast majority of people don't end up getting that. They end up getting just kind of average throughout. And you do almost, it's not like a comparing thing, but you do think, whoa, what have I done differently? What have I not done right? And yeah, you do start to doubt your own ability, but just trust that you are fine. You are worth being there. At the end of the day, the medical school thought you were worthy being there. That's why you're in. You got the grades to be in, so you are more than capable. And as long as you're getting through comfortably, you are fine. You do not have to be the best. You do not have to worry about being the best. For me personally, I don't think that imposter syndrome affected me as much compared to a lot of my other friends, purely because I'd been told about it before I actually joined medical school. And I decided to sit down and decide and think about what I wanted to get out of my whole experience. I kind of thought about it a lot, and I decided that, okay, I don't want to be the best of the best. I don't want to get the best grades. I just want to be comfortable, because in my opinion, my honest opinion, the hard work had been done. I'd got into medical school and I knew that no matter what, as long as I got through comfortably, I would still be a doctor. That's the bottom line. That's how I felt anyway. So I didn't really mind not getting the best grades, and I didn't, personally, I can hand on heart admit this, I didn't put in 110% to even try and get those best grades, because that's not something that I wanted to get out of my experience. But I know a lot of my friends went through this. So it is a real thing. Just remember that you are worthy. Parents force you to do it. No. Okay. I can only speak from my own experience. And for me personally, mine is the complete opposite of that. It's really, really strange when I say that to people, because it doesn't fit with the stereotype. And especially, I know people always say it, that there's an Asian stereotype for your parents wanting you to become a doctor. But genuinely, my parents didn't want me to go into medicine. They didn't want me to become a doctor, because they didn't think that I would enjoy the work-life balance. So growing up, all the kind of academic sort of questions that we always had, me and my brother had, were always directed to my mum. Yeah, I remember applying for uni and saying to my mum that I was considering doing medicine, and she was not happy with me. And I think it's really weird, because I didn't expect that. I didn't expect that kind of reaction. I think it's because she knows me, and she knows that I like traveling and I like having my free time, and I like doing lots of different things, and she didn't think the lifestyle would suit me very well. Honestly, I love my mum to bits. She has been incredibly supportive of me growing up, and always tried to give me opportunities and things that she'd never had growing up, which I can be nothing but thankful for. But she would try and steer me towards other career options or different courses at university. And you can imagine the kind of vibe in our house when I didn't get in the first time round, and then when I said that I would be taking a gap year, not going to uni and reapplying for medicine. You can imagine the kind of the vibe around the house of that is, yeah. So yeah, even now, people are still quite shocked when I say that my parents weren't exactly keen on me doing medicine, but yeah, I'm still doing it. I think I've now just gotten down to the end of that list. If you've got any other myths or stereotypes that you'd like me to cover, please do put them down in the comment section below. If you've got any other ideas of videos that you'd also like me to do, please put them down. I'll try and see what I can do. Don't forget to like this video, comment, subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you next time.